Hello, my name is Finlay. I'm an industry value engineer for SAP.
Branden Jenkins, I'm with NetSuite. I'm the general manager for global retail.
Hi, my name's James Lovell. I'm the European Retail Commerce Executive in our commerce business.
I'm Shailesh Chaudry. I work at Intel. I am Director of Business Strategy for Retail Solutions Division.
I'm Mark Lavelle, CEO of Magento Commerce.
Garf. I head up our industry strategy and insights group at Demandware.
The really big challenges for retailers today are around complexity. Complexity comes from retailers doing what they do great, which is selling goods. Along the way, they put systems in place to help them do those things, and those systems over time, with a bespoke nature, get more and more complex in terms of trying to put them together. There's all these different ways that they can, put them together, but over time, it gets harder and harder on the employees to sort of manage that, and more expensive and more risky for the organization to keep them up and running.
Yeah, so I think it really comes down to them meeting that customer's expectations, right? And you see that across the board with all retailers in the States and globally. And it kind of comes down to really focusing on the basics and having a solution that gives that single view of the customer and your product and the availability of that product. And then linking that up with the channel so it becomes more of a seamless experience.
I think the big one really is, and we've seen it around the event here at NRF already this week, is around data. So we know that data is driving everything. It's been described as the new natural resource of the world, and I think that's traditionally, retailers have been in the past slow to realise the importance of data, and they're really having to play catch up. So we're working with them on how to, what type of data they need to collect, where do they collect it from, where they store it, and then ultimately use it to not just improve the customer experience, but also improve internal processes as well.
One of the most fundamental challenges most retailers have is really how to deliver on shoppers' expectations, right? And to be able to do that, they first have to understand those expectations and then deliver in the time and the place they want, right?
Well, most of our customers have done a great job on Magento creating great digital experiences, and now it's a matter of connecting that to the rest of the enterprise. So I'd say it's integrating the digital into order management, into the store operations, being able to have a single branded experience around for the customer, and that's what we're getting asked about more and more today.
They're looking to really transform to a digital business, and what I mean by that is not over-indexing to just be online, but rather how digital is infused in everything they do.
Well, it's tough because they're things that are up and running, and you don't want to give someone heart surgery while they're in a marathon, so to speak. But you have to look at the organization and determine which is the best and most valuable thing to help them with first, and then kind of work your way backwards from there. Often, it's really all about getting all the data into one place at least first, so you can start harvesting that and get some value out of it. You got to think about data as something that's valuable to their organization.
Well, NetSuite is a single system that from the front end to the back end, we have online, we have in-store, and we have order management, CRM, financials. So really it is a complete system, but at the end of the day, it's all about consolidating the retailer systems down into less systems. And NetSuite can be one system for them, but really if we can focus on getting less systems in their environment and having really one system for order, one system for customer, that's the key in starting there and building from there.
I think the secret to data, once you've got it, is you want to do something meaningful with it, and that's where we're really helping our retail clients, or not just retail clients, but our clients in general, but certainly our retail clients to really maximise the potential of the data that they've got. And we're starting to see, obviously, with some of our capabilities around Watson. We're really looking to bring an artificial intelligence angle to that, and really start to use data, not just through traditional data sources, but other types of data sources to put things in much greater context, and to really develop those meaningful insights and actions from that data. And Watson and the capabilities that brings is really helping us accelerate that with our clients.
Well, the good news is I think the complexity of managing the order doesn't mean you need to rip out all your legacy systems. We've developed a cloud-based order management platform that allows you to take digital orders and understand what's the best way to take payment, what's the best way to fulfill that order that delights the customer. It's cloud-based, it's multi-tenant, it easily deploys over existing order management or ERP systems, and that's the way to do it. You can do it without kind of doing a wholesale upgrade of all your other systems.
Yeah, well, certainly we provide a unified commerce platform to help extend their brand to wherever the consumers are, but in doing it in a way that's agile, that's fast, where they can innovate and extend their brand and become a connected brand.
Honestly, from what I'm seeing with the customers, the next big trend is really all about industry mashup. We're really seeing the blend between things like consumer products and retailers, for example, where the consumer sees a product online. They don't necessarily equate that with a retail outlet. They see that as a product, and then they want that same experience to happen that they get online, even though they're going to maybe a completely different retail organization to get the product. So sharing that customer experience is really the next big thing.
Well, there's so many bells and whistles that retailers are grabbing onto and trying to really provide that innovative experience and delight their customers. But it's getting pretty distracting. When you looked at the holiday season this year and the customers' feedback, the consumers' feedback, really they want us to get back to the basics and have the product, have it available, and make that a seamless process to get it to the consumer.
Biggest digital trend, I think, we certainly saw this from Christmas trade and pre-Christmas trade, is the rise of mobile. Mobile has been growing in significance over the last couple of years. It's now become the dominant channel for traffic, and we will definitely see it become the dominant transactional channel this year as well. So, mobile and how consumers are using mobile in the customer journey is, has really been, I think, the most significant trend that we've seen evolve.
I'll say the biggest trend on the horizon right now is personalization. Everyone's talking about personalization, especially as we see millennials, right? They're all asking and looking for experiences that are tailored for them.
The next big digital trend is really in the store. As the customer expects price transparency, endless aisle, personalization on the web and in mobile, they're now going to want it in the store. So your store associate is going to need to know that the customer that just walked in happens to be the best customer on your web store, and they're going to have to be able to treat them that way because that's what the customer expects.
Well, certainly we're talking about online to offline and bringing digital into the store, but also it's extending the brand to wherever the consumers are digitally, off property, most notably social, messaging, marketplaces, understanding that consumers are not just coming across the brand for the first time there as a marketing vehicle, but actually doing transactions and buying product off the property of the retailer.